Well, welcome. The Parsha of Vayeitzei talks about how Yaakov went from his place of home in order to go to refine the outside world, basically. And it's known that everything in the Torah is in instruction and a lesson to help us serve the Creator. So, for sure, in the story of Yaakov, regarding all the details, we can learn some pretty cool things. So it says that on his way to the journey, he happened to sleep in the future mountain where the Beit Mikdash would be built. And on that mountain, he had a dream of a ladder. So hopefully, we'll see how we can understand some lessons for this idea. So first of all, the first verse says, Yaakov went out of this place called Be'er Shava, which maybe we'll talk about. And then he went to a place called Haran. So, it's explained in the Kabbalistic commentaries that when he said he went out from the place of Be'er Shava, that, what does Be'er Shava mean? So the literal translation of Be'er Shava means the well of seven, which has different meanings on a simple level regarding why it was called the well of seven. But spiritually, it says that there's seven main forces that the Creator uses to constantly create and direct all of the universes, known as Sephiros, in other words. In general, it's a very, very broad topic, but the basic idea is that the Creator himself is completely beyond the universes. So the universes relative to the Creator can't have any existence. So in order for the Creator to create finite beings in the world, then the Creator makes these tools called Spiros. In other words, if one says that the Creator is only infinite and not able to make himself finite, then that would be limiting his infinity. The true infinity can be only expressed also when it has the ability to come down into the finite world. So that's the basic idea of the seven Spiros, the seven powers of creation, which correspond to the 7 days of creation, which are all happening all the time. So, the well of the 7 represents the source of the 7 Spiros, the source of the 7 powers of creation, essentially, in spiritual terms, which is a level that's still related to creation a little bit, but it's still beyond creation, because it's beyond even the source of creation. And that is the source of where the souls existed before they came into this world, basically. So when it says Yaakov went out of the place of the well of 7, it also refers to how the soul of every person comes down from its source in the level that's beyond even the source of creation. The well of 7, that's where the source of all the souls are. And the soul comes down into the physical body, like it says, and he went to the land of Haran, which, for different grammatical reasons and Kabbalistic reasons, refers to the physical universe, meaning like a low level of the physical universe. So it means like the soul comes from the level of the well of 7, essentially, which is the source of the soul that's beyond creation, and then it comes down into the physical world, and then he went to the land of Haran. That refers to how the soul comes down into the physical body and the physical world, basically. And the purpose of that is to reveal the Creator in everything. Like it says grammatically, what it says, he came to the place of Haran, it really should have said to Haran, literally, but grammatically it adds an extra letter to the end of the word Haran. So it says he went to Haranah, because it added the extra hey. And it says that this entire physical world, the deeper meaning for that, it says the entire physical world is created with the hey, the letter hey, because Hashem has a 4-letter name, which is the main name of Hashem, the source of creation. And the last letter of that name is what the source of the world is, basically. So it says that when Yaakov went to Haranah, with the hey at the end, it means that he was able to reveal the hey in the physical world of Haran, which means that he was able to reveal how everything in the world is constantly being created from Hashem's name every second, basically. And that's the main purpose of the soul coming down to the body, in the physical world. That it should come from the source of the soul, with the well of 7, the source that's beyond creation, and from there it should draw down the infinite light of the Creator, and even to the physical limitations of the world. Basically, that's what it says. He went to Charana, because the hay is added at the end. The hay is how Hashem's constantly creating this physical world every second. So that's the idea of the soul revealing it, this physical world. And that's the idea of him lying down in the place where the Beis Hamikdash would be built. Because it's known that, first of all, 14 years before he lied down to sleep on this mountain, it says that he didn't sleep at all. Or not, actually, he didn't sleep fully for 14 years. He slept like a little bit here and there. But it's explained in the commentaries that 14 years prior he didn't lie down to sleep. And 20 years after, he also didn't lie down to sleep. So that was the only night that he actually lied down to sleep, and it was in the holiest place in the world, basically. So, and Hashem caused him to sleep there. So it explains that because the purpose of the soul coming down to this world is to reveal the infinite light of the Creator and the physicality, and that's the idea of the Beis Hamikdash, the place of the Beis Hamikdash, because the purpose of the Beis Hamikdash is to reveal the Atzmus in this physical world, the essence of the Creator. And then when he lied down, the idea of lying down is when the head and the foot are both equal, which represent physical and spiritual. So the essence of the Creator that was manifested in the place of the Beis Hamikdash is what influenced him to lie down in that place, meaning to reveal how the body and the soul are equal, meaning how physical and spiritual are equal relative to the essence of the Creator. And that's the idea of the ladder, the dream of the ladder. Because the ladder had its foot on the earth and its head in the heavens, meaning it's that which combines the physical with the spiritual.